Early in one's career, one may not have the authority, but one must build something more powerful very proactively. That's credibility, that's trust of others. Welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. We take efforts to bring ancient wisdom to all of us to make us lead a better and happier life in this world. Let's take a familiar situation from our workplace. There are two co workers, one of them sincere, intelligent, hardworking, very well qualified. However, the person's suggestions are not taken into account. The person's actions are not recognized enough. While there is another person who is equally qualified, not necessarily more aggressive or more sincere or more hardworking than this person, but a nice person. This gentleman is getting recognized, is being listened to. So, what he keeps thinking that why am I not being recognized? Why am I not being heard? You know what's the difference between these two people? One has been able to build credibility, one is trusted by the co workers and seniors at that workplace, and the other is not. Let me recount a very interesting tale from the Ramayana. Sita is lost. Ram and Lakshman are, of course, extremely worried, anxious, sorry, sad, and whatnot. So they are wandering through the forest. They reach Kiskinda looking for Sita. And from a distance, king of the monkeys, Sugriv, and his followers see these humans and they become suspicious because they were a group in exile. Sugriv's brother Vali had driven him away from the kingdom. So Sugriv, along with his followers, was trying to get his kingdom back. So he was naturally suspicious of anyone other than the monkeys in the forest. So he sent one of his followers, Hanuman, to find out who these people are, why are they in their kingdom, and what are they trying to do. So Hanuman comes and talks to Ram and Lakshman, tries to find out who they were, what was their intention, and so on. But Hanuman's approach was so nice that the investigation did not come across as investigation or interrogation. It was more as empathetic listening, empathetic inquiry. Ram listens to Hanuman, Ram has a conversation with Hanuman, and then he tells Lakshman that this gentleman seems to be somebody who's very wise, and his manners, his behaviors seem to be nice. Probably their intentions are genuine to help us. So that's how Hanuman builds trust with Ram. Hanuman is a stranger to Ram, and Ram was, of course, not known to Hanuman. So, how Hanuman deals with Ram and Lakshman, two very different species, and having engrossed into their land, but see how tactfully and with humility, with respect, he fulfills his purpose. His purpose was just to find out who these people were and why have they come into their kingdom. And finally, of course, all of us know that they become friends, they become followers, and many things happen after that initial relationship or initial bond which gets forged between Ram and Hanuman. So what happened in this? Hanuman built tremendous amount of credibility with Ram and Lakshman. So what's the real lesson for all of us? Credibility is built when honesty is experienced, respect for others is visible, and consistent behavior is clear. Let's also talk about what breaks credibility. You would have seen people who overpromise but underdeliver. What do you do to them? Do you trust them? You would have seen people who exaggerate a lot. Do you trust them? Do they build credibility with you? There are people who take unfair credit. There are people who avoid responsibility. Some speak more than the amount of work that they do or deliver. Let me give one more example. There are people who get into the theater of action without any preparation. Do you really trust them? So now we have figured out that there are 5 ways of breaking credibility, and there are 3 ways of building credibility. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, as young professionals in our campus to Karmabhoomi series, this is the 10th episode where we have brought out this dimension of building credibility. We don't learn this in our schools and colleges. We don't learn this as part of our curriculum. We learn this through our life experiences. Building credibility is so critical for building a successful career and life.